Unless you are low-key, it looks like the road to a second season for a Disney Plus Marvel character is a long one. But don't let that distract you from the fact that they've mentioned Moon Knight Season 2 multiple times. And now some brand new reports and evidence to support it is claiming that Season 2 will see Khonshu, and by extent Moon Knight, tangling with a version of Kang, specifically Rama Tut. So most of you know by now that the end credit of Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania, or at least the mid-credits, features all sorts of variants of Kang. One of them is Rama Tut, aka King Tut, who of course is very deeply connected to Egyptian mythology, which of course brings us in to talk about Moon Knight, Khonshu, and that expanding world. We already had hints of Kang the Conqueror, aka Rama Tut, in Season 1, with a patch that appeared on one of the gangsters' jackets. But more evidence pops up in the third episode of Moon Knight with a QR code that you scan that brings us to Moon Knight Volume 2, Number 1, subtitled simply Acts of Evil, which sees Mark Spector, aka Moon Knight, who is in a race with Kang the Conqueror for 3 totems of Khonshu. Now, this was there to begin with, but it gets a little crazier. Previous QR codes that are in other episodes have been updated. They all now redirect to the same issue. So you see what they're hinting at, right? That's the working theory here. They're hinting at the fact that all of these now are converging onto this one thing because they're going to be using elements of this / sort of adapting this, and we're going to see Rama Tut, now that he's been revealed to be a variant of Kang, in full force and swing in Moon Knight Season 2, and this is what's taking so long. Now, to add more evidence to this, we've had everybody associated with the series hint at more Moon Knight, and most recently, we had Marvel Studios' Kevin Feige talk about the whole next couple of phases coming at us and where Moon Knight might fall in, and he said that they're taking more time. And one of the great aspects of the MCU is that they're allowed to take more time to develop things and figure out where they fall into place, and they don't have to rush them out like typical TV. So they got a plan, and that we will be seeing Mark Spector return soon. So I think everything is kind of falling into place here. And realistically, it all kind of fits, especially now that you just look at everything I covered here with the QR codes, hinting at this one issue. Right after Kang shows up, people discover this. I mean, it's all pointing towards one thing. It can't just be a coincidence. They didn't redirect all those QR codes for a specific reason. So I think this is as good as evidence as anybody needs to know that, yeah, Season 2 will definitely veer into that territory and probably explain some of who that character is, how Tut connects to everything, and what was going on with Kang during that time period.